Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, I'm finally going to put all of the magazines, these vintage magazines that I bought, I don't know, probably about 5 years ago to use. They've just kind of been like taking up space in my studio, and I love the images and the advertising and stuff like that in them. So let's go. So I finally got a button press. It comes with a 2 1/4 or something like that size circle cutter, and then a smaller circle cutter.
Sweet.
So first magazine I have is Look. I think this one is from the 40s. Here I'm just using the small circle cutter to kind of go through and try to gauge how it would look in a small form button. There's something about these old vintage hyperly happy ads that they're supposed to make your life so much better, and this is your pill for everything that could ever plague you ever. Like, if you get this, it's going to make you the strongest man ever. And here are the buttons that I made with all of the images from my magazines. The first button press that I got did conk out, but they sent me a new one and it's all good. I haven't had any problems with the second one. So after I made these buttons, I decided I was just going to make a few more buttons, and the box wasn't completely filled up. So I thought, I probably need to make a few more buttons after that. We'll just have like just buttons, so many buttons. But I have to say, I am so all about these. I have different categories. I've gotten food, women, advertising, animals. In one of my magazines from the 60s, Yellow Submarine had just come out, so they were doing a promo piece for the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, and they had all these amazing stills from the movie, and so of course I cut those out and made some buttons out of those. So what I've gone ahead and done here is taken all my small buttons and made them into categories for how I'm going to card them up later. And these are some of my absolute favorites. I love these. I am a huge lover of kitsch, and just those buttons with the pink background and the jewels, like the gems on them. To card these up, I found these visual stimulus cards. They're for like infants, toddlers. I love the lines on these, the colors. It's very sharp, very graphically interesting. And I'm going to be able to put 3 large and 3 small buttons on each card. So the way I plan to do this is, after dividing up all of the buttons into their respective categories, I downloaded a dice app for my phone, and I'm just going to randomly choose a number from whatever I roll the dice, and I'm going to choose that number from each bag. So this is what it looks like after I've carded up all of my 2 1/4 size buttons. And now it's time to get on with the smaller buttons, and I'm gonna do basically the same thing. All is said and done, here are all of the button packs that I made up. So I don't know if you can see, but I ran out of the visual stimulation cards, so I had to use some of the different paper ephemera that I had hanging out. So these are just some examples of the button images that I found interesting that I wanted to make buttons out of, and I am living for that T-Rex small button. I'm all about that. I hope you find these visually interesting. I'm actually going to have these buttons for sale on my Etsy shop, and the link will be below. I thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.